Hey, 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 Stubby here, and we are live on Stoneblock 3. That's right, it was released today, and whoo-wee, it is a pack. It's different than a lot of packs I've played before. I mean, it's still a lot of the same, but just it's got a lot of different vibes, and man, is it an upgrade from Stoneblocks 2. So, not only are we playing it, we are here live on my Let's Play server, brought to you by my friends over at Symphony Gaming. Those guys are awesome. Not only do they have this set up as a public server over on their Discord, we got a second server set up right here for those that choose to join membership onto my YouTube channel. You can come on and play on the server that I'm recording live on. There's a few of us over here already having a good time. So let's just get right to it. You spawn in this little starter hub. You can't do anything. You can't touch anything. But it's just kind of cool to look at. See some of the stuff that's in the pack. They got like a little kitchen area with Farmer's Delight. Got some supplementaries. It's a pretty cool little design. Then you come over here, and to get started, you join your Nether portal. You come in the Nether portal and join your world. Now here's what I found really cool. Instead of everybody being on the same spot, when you're on a multiplayer server like the one we're on now, when you join here, you get your own dimension. Now you can go to somebody else's dimensions. They can invite you over to be a part of their team. You can go check it out and go back to yours. But everything you want is in your own dimension. You have your overworld. You have your nether and your end. They're in rings outside of your stone block area. It's pretty cool. And if you look in the quest book, you'll see right here. Here's where you'll come into, and then there'll be a nether ring and then an end ring. And we'll go ahead and mark that one complete. And this is talking about the FTB teams. And we're going to get started going into our area. Now, I've gone in, I've checked out probably half of these. And I wanted to pick something a little different than what's going on out there, but really, as far as lighting is concerned, these lushed ones they're the best ones so far for lighting. So we'll kind of see. I'm kind of debating between the lushed house and I kind of want to do this mine shaft intersection because it's kind of got this cool vibe. But I think we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves a nice little house to start with because why not? And we come in here and you start your little world in your cave of stone block. Yeah, this is some good lighting. This will work for us. We got a nice little house here, little view out the window. Come on in. We got some seating. We got our nice shelves. Got some storage already, which is awesome. We got a mushroom over here. Look at this. This is just looking good. And a bed. Nice. Look at this. This is looking good. Looking good. Looking good. All right. So the first quest we got to do is break in some stones with our hands. We need to get the pebbles. And get random reward of iron ore. All right. Hopefully we start getting some pretty cool stuff. That being said, chance cubes is in this pack, so if you want to play with the chance cubes, just don't play with them near where you want to keep your stuff. They tend to not end in your favor. All right, so we're going to go ahead and break some of these. Now, you do have some quests coming on after you get these. We got to make the crafting table, the chest, the crook, and the hammer, but the hammer is definitely the best one to make first. So that's the goal to get to. It's going to need roughly 6 cobblestone, and we'll need another 4 for the crafting table. We just got to break these right here, and hopefully we can not be silly and break them with seasoning. I was like, why am I not getting anything? I wonder how many people are looking at that going, Stubby, you're dumb. Sitting here breaking them with weed in my hand. No wonder I'm not getting anything. Make sure you don't have anything in your hands. Note to self for the future. Now, this area is definitely overgrown. We're going to have to do some landscaping work in here because, yeah. But it's kind of nice dirt. It's got some lighting in it. It's got some greenery. Definitely some potential. We can make this work with that house. It's going to be nice. And Perfect. That should be enough. So let's just head back into our doors on this side. Head back into our house and get to crafting away. There's our crafting table. And we'll just go ahead and throw it down. Room needs to get modified up a little bit. We'll just throw it over here for now. And we need to get those going and this. And there's our hammer. Now, the reason I wanted to jump straight to the hammer. Oh, look at andesite. Because now when I break these, you get cobblestone. And when you break the cobblestone, you get gravel. Break the gravel, you get dirt. Break the dirt, sand, and last but not least, you guessed it, we're getting dust. But makes it easier. Get a guaranteed cobble out of every block instead of getting the pebbles, and it's going to make those last few items we're going to make a lot simpler to get. Now, in this pack, it's got a really nice progression chain to it, and surprisingly, there's some interesting mods in here. One of them that I found was so Computer Craft Tweaked is in here, but there's an integration with Create, and Create is a big focal point in the beginning of this game, as we're going to get to see it. Let's go ahead and make the rest of those items. I'm going to make chests, and I'm going to make the crook. Throw a chest right there. Andesite, we can, no, that'll give us cobblestone. And we need to do dirt. So let's throw some cobblestone down. And get ourselves some dirt. Why did I do that? I don't know. That definitely just happened. Try cooking the dirt this time. Now we got all kinds of seeds that I get an oak one. Nice and easy. And I want to put the tree probably somewhere with some room. We'll call it right here. That's looking good. Flourishing archwood sapling. Ooh, we might have some interesting trees in here. Loot bee. Where is this loot bee? It's talking about hurry up and get the loot bee before it despawns. I don't see a loot bee. Oh, I see his icon. Oh, I know what is going on here. There's a little spot. Nope. Where are you at, Mr. Loopy? Oh, I don't think we're getting him before he despawns because he is not showing up. Interesting. There's these bees. They're loot bees. They'll fly around. They'll drop loot. And I think if you get them and kill them, I think you get more. Not 100% though, because I have yet to see one. I've just been told by some of the other players on the server. Yeah, well. Now, Vein Miner is in this pack, but it is tool specific. So, Ultimine, excuse me, not Vein Miner. It's FTB Ultimine. It is an FTB pack. Now, I do want to talk about a couple things about this pack too. If you guys don't already know, in order to play the pack, you have to download it from FTB. It's not a CurseForge available pack. I will make sure to put a link to their launcher in the description. And also, I noticed a few people were having issues with when you get in entities being invisible. You can't see your hands. You can't see items when they drop. And if you have that happen, the fix is just restarted the launcher. It was really unusual. Not 100% people having it, but it's there. And so far, from what I heard, it might just be server specific instead of single player, but I've also heard about happening on single player, so I'm not 100% sure. It's not everybody. It's a few people are having issues, but I was one of them, and that was the fix we figured out. All right, so let's go ahead and look down this quest line. We're going to need to make a pickaxe. So I'm going to go ahead and get us andesite early thanks to this house. There's an andesite wall. Now, as far as andesite actually goes, oh, look at this. We've opened up more. Uh, right here. There's layers here. So the overworld separated into 5 slices split by the Y levels. The center slice is stone, 55 blocks tall, above and below Y0. And then above and below that, there's andesite and then deep slate followed by bedrock. So dig down, we got to go down roughly 55 blocks to get to andesite. And it's a layer of 20 blocks deep andesite. And then another, there's 53 blocks of deep slate. So we got to get there and we'll get those rewards. Storage, what are you looking at? Pocket storage and simply backpacks. Passive resources with resource chickens. And we got some Botania so far. Nice, nice. Let's go ahead and see what we got for some random rewards. We got compressed gravel, dirt, sand, a trident. Ooh, cobblegen. Hey, that saves us. Pipe upgrade, a cooking pot, an apothecary, and some dust. Let's clean some of this stuff out. Zoom. And we want to go ahead and might as well just go with oak. We're already rocking oak. And the seeds. Nice. Look at that. We got some food. We got a cobblegen, which is a quest here. So that's awesome. We're going to need to make ourselves some tinker tools. And this is what I was talking about. So, you know, we can play on a stone block, sky block, nether themed, any of those ones that aren't traditional overworld. It's always something with sieves, sluices. They've worked it into create. You've got to use the millstone. So we have to get some andesite. We got to craft the millstone, a cog, and a hand crank to start rocking this out. This is awesome. And if you guys haven't played with Create, if you're new to this, it's an awesome mod. It's something I've love about it is if we look at here, I don't know if any other mods do this. This is the only one I really seen it, but if you could come over here and hold W over one, you actually get this whole little visual. Here's how this works, and it's phenomenal. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting some of the stuff in the inventory. I need a little more gravel. Let's go ahead and or cobble. I want to get ourselves a little furnace up and running so we can get some light, get a tunnel, and we can start digging ourselves down below Y55. All right, so we got a furnace, and we can just go ahead and plop it down right here. Put the woods right here, and I think that's all I want to use. What are the uses for the ore? Do I have any benefits? Dust gets you 1. Ore gets you 1. Melting gets you 2. So definitely should hold off making the seared melter. Clay. Washing the sand. So it looks like washing sand is probably going to be the best way to do it. So we have to definitely get some andesite. So I'm going to go ahead and run myself down into roughly 55 levels, get a nice path, and go find some andesite, and we'll be back into getting into create. Before I run down there, I actually realized I probably want to get into tinkers so I can have a better pickaxe. So let's go ahead and talk about tinkers. I need to get some sticks. Get some planks so we can get our patterns. Some more planks. And we have to make a couple things. We have to make the tinker station and the part builder. There's also a crafting bench. We already have one, so I'm not super worried about it. They do, if you use the Tinker's Craft bench, it does make it into a nice multi-block. I'm not super worried about it at the moment. I do want a little more cobble. Let's make ourselves a few things. We need to put this over here. I want to make a head, and I want to make a couple repair kits. And we'll go to the Tinker Station. We want to make a pickaxe. Round plate. Oh, did I make the wrong one? Interesting. Venus. Okay. And let's go ahead and make a regular axe while we're in here. Might as well be smart, make it out of cobblestone as well. A nice little entryway for a mine shaft going, don't I? Alright, so we have that, we have this, and now we can store some of this stuff right there. Now after the mines. Alright, we made it down. We got ourselves plenty of andesite. So now we can start looking at the millstone quest. So we're gonna make a millstone, a hand crank, and a cogwheel. Probably gonna grab ourselves some wood. And do I got a cook still? Do I got a cook? Please with a cook. Thank you kindly. Appreciate the food. And we'll come back in here. I know some other quests we're gonna have to do, so let's go ahead and grab the cauldron. I was looking around, looking ahead, thinking of the things we need to do coming up. And I need to make another hammer. Thing's gotta be that one, huh? And we're gonna want to craft some, break that up into some gravel. So let's find a decent spot to do all this. Here looks good. Now we got plenty of gravel. Let's go work on this millstone. I can go in the right door. And gonna need all the food we can have before we get into this millstone because it will hurt. Alright, so we need to make some polished andesite. And we're gonna need to make some buttons. We'll make ourselves a cog. 2 of them. We'll make ourselves a hand crank, which needs another plank. And millstone. And a good spot to set it up. We're just going to do it right here is where I was looking at. And we'll just put the millstone down, the cogwheel, and a hand crank on top. Now, you can automate this once we have hoppers. I don't think there's a... Yeah, no wooden hoppers. Not like that. But once you have hoppers, you can automate the input and the output. So it's just the cranking, which hopefully we get to a powered one soon. We'll take our gravel, throw it in, and you crank away. Now, this should give us iron, zinc, I believe maybe something else, as well as sometimes you get sand. So we'll let this spin for a minute and just kind of see what resources we get out of it. Definitely going to want to get at least 3 iron. Although we already have those iron ore we got from the quest rewards. So, yeah. Now you can come over here, you right click on it, and you see I got some coal, some zinc, some sand, and I got some iron. And there's still gravel in here, so I can click again and get my gravel out. Throw that back in. I don't need it out at the moment. We'll come over here. And I got some tiny charcoal I made. And throw that in for the raw iron. And the cauldron I have is right here. So we're just going to move it over 1 for now. Put some saplings in there to get the water. And 3 of them. And it should have some dirt, so let's go ahead and actually take that water and we'll make ourselves a little bit of a farm. With those seeds that we got, let's go ahead and look at using some industrial hemp, some wheat, some carrots, some potatoes, and I think that's what we're going to rock with first. So let's just come back over maybe on this side. This looks like a nice spot for a farm. And we'll put a water source block. It'll go right here. And we'll dig ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely gonna need some more dirt. I'll fill that in and make ourselves a hoe. So we need probably there we go. And time for the hoe. Put some carrots in, some industrial hemp in. We'll throw some weed in. Interesting that I can't place it in some blocks. Very confusing. Potatoes. There we go. Now we can let those grow and have our food sources. And the next one we do is lava, which we need to make a fire plow to get a lava bucket. So let's look at this. Fire plow. and some stone, right? Do we have any stone available? There's some stone. Hold right click. You can turn into lava. You are. And let's go back and grab that cobble gem that we already got. Quest complete. What kind of prizes we got now? We got golden paxel, ender cell spirited, magmator, soul shard, diamond paxel, and a chisel bit bag. Obviously my inventory is full, so let's clean some of that up. We completed. Oh wow, we opened up a lot more. Look at that. Okay, let's check this out. We've got the getting started, the exploration. Much more has came into the storage. So we looks like we got RF tools and applied energistics. I mean, refined and applied. Know where I'm gonna go. Let's see. Miscellaneous. We've got a temp pad for teleporting. We've got the iron furnaces, trash cans. It's lots of little. Wait, is this pretty pipes? Okay. Interesting. And the pipes mod, compact machines, wands, thankfully, mining gadgets, and create, which is the first major tech tree we're going to go down. Immersive engineering, industrial foregoing mechanism, power, terra steel ingot. Oh, all right. Thank you for skipping half of Britannia. And let's see. RF tools and thermal. We get into magic. We're looking at Britannia, which right there, we just jumped. Thank you. Kill the Guardian of Gaia. And the endgame of Project E. What makes us so endgame? Interesting. Dark matter block. Oh, all right. Yep. That was energizing with 5 million RF. Ooh-wee. But yeah, so guys, we definitely got a good start on this. We got to the cobble gen. We got our resources going. In between episodes, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of grinding, digging out some andesite, getting down to the blackstone, and just kind of cleaning up the base area a little bit. So hopefully I come back real quick, but we have to do some washed resources, get ourselves into the crushed resources, and just work ourselves through. Make a no solicitor sign. But I want a one-day trader. Why wouldn't I? He's got good stuff. But anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys. And again, huge shout out to Symphony Gaming for setting this server up for me. You guys are awesome. You're incredible. And if you want to join, come play along right here with me. Just check out that join button right there. Otherwise, like, subscribe. Let's get this going. Till next time, Stubby out.